What's up, guys? I'm gonna be working on some of my tumbling skills right now. Just for the record, I just finished 2 hours of strength training, and then I followed my flexibility routine that I always do. That's in another video if you want to check it out. But basically, I'm gonna be practicing some of the most basic skills that I need to step into tumbling. I'm gonna show you kind of what those are and how my progress is, kind of things I'm thinking about, and how I plan on getting better so that I can do lots of really cool flips and whatnot. But anyway, so I'm already stretched out, super warm, and one of the most important skills that I need, particularly for the back walkover and back handspring and back tuck that I want to do, is a really good tight bridge and strong core. So the first thing I'm going to do with all my kind of tumbling practice is work on that. It's already pretty good, but yeah. So I want to be able to go into this bridge super easily and stand up out of it, without any wall or anything for assistance. So, but I like to start by practicing on the wall, just because it gives me a chance to really stretch out and contract my core, get my back used to bending, a little bit of assistance. So I do one or two of those, and I try not to pass out from the massive rush of blood to my face. And then we'll mix it up, pick up some speed, make it a little more complicated. But all right, it's rep number 2. Step in a little bit. I'm really trying to pay attention to where my balance is, and I want as much of my weight to be on my feet as possible. So that eventually the hands are not part of the equation. Whew. It's good stuff. Thirsty work. I don't do too many reps of anything, partially because, well, I do it pretty frequently, but it is pretty stressful on my spine, especially as I try to expand that range of motion, and I just want to get familiar with it. But now that I've got some of those down, I'm going to just do my back bend, which ideally, you want it to be really slow and clean and keep your legs straight. I'm not that flexible yet, so still a little sloppy, but I'm shifting my weight forward to my heels, pushing my hips forward, and easing into that arch. Ooh, nice. While I'm down here, I'll walk around, tighten it up, get my glutes engaged, stretch out the front hips and the abs, feel my shoulders out, and I like to get some kicks in. All right, eventually, so I want to be able to either support my hands, weight entirely on my hands so that I can stand up that way, or support my weight entirely on my feet so that I can stand up that way. Right now, can't do either. So, but we're working on it. Now that I've got some experience in my bridge, start moving into some actual tumbles. Shake it out a little bit. I'm going to start with some, I'm just going to kick up into a handstand and fall into that bridge a couple times. But I'm thinking about how I kick up into my handstand too. I want straight legs. I want to come up into a position with a lot of balance. And then a nice easy fall forward. I'm getting pretty good at that. So I want to be able to do everything on both legs, so I alternate taking stance leg, left up, or left stance, right up. Try to keep my legs straight, you know, all that. Oh. All right. Oh, I missed the balance there. I do that too. I work on just handstands against the wall trying to find the balance. But a little more oomph this time. That was a little more oomph than I want. I'll probably just do one more of those on each side. I feel pretty good with that in terms of like the balance and the motion. What I need is just more time getting my bridge tighter. But on that note, as I fall, I really try to think about squeezing my glutes and my lower back to tighten it up as much as I can. All right, there we go. 2 more of those. Ooh, yeah, I feel good. I feel good, you know. The slowest part, because you can learn skills in a day, a couple. And you practice for long enough, and you'll get it down. But it's the physical limitations that overcoming those is what takes weeks and months. Like how much spine flexion can you get? The flexibility takes a long time to build. But the more you get of that, the more fun it is to practice the skills. That's why a lot of people don't get very far, because they don't want to do the boring work. They just want to practice the skills. But if you don't have the physical ability for the skills, then what's the point? A lot of the strength training I incorporate into my, strength training, of course. So when I'm, weightlifting, I do a lot of really non-traditional, funky movements to help prepare me for this stuff. Whether that's stretched ab strength, right? I have a video on what I do for abs, for gym abs, gymnast abs anyway, or overhead, kind of that, throwing it back, getting range of motion and strength in the thoracic spine, lots of extension there. But anyway, now that I've done, that's most of my bridge work, I guess. The other kind of super basic skill that I'm still working on is just a cartwheel. So the idea is stance leg, do a T position, then you rotate. Right, a lot of people, I think they rotate too fast. Not that I'm a pro or anything, but I will be. I'm a pro at becoming a pro. So all things in due time. Right. And power the legs strictly in the sagittal plane. You don't want to be twisting off to the side, whatnot. But anyway, let's see what I got. I was doing these pretty good yesterday. Ooh, so graceful. Is it beautiful? No, it's not. It's decent, but not where I want it to be yet. Let's do that again. These are pretty easy. I try to keep them gentle. All of this, you don't want to be I'm used to weightlifting, so I want to put like a lot of grunt, a lot of effort into everything, but it should be graceful, and just kind of bouncy and soft. So that's what I'm trying to do. Woo. So pretty. You don't see a lot of guys like me doing that. It's kind of fun, I I have nieces there. My sister just got married, and he had a couple kids, so I just barely got a bunch of new nieces. And I think they're 9 and 13. But anyway, they're young and they're better than I am at all this stuff, but it's really fun to hang out with them and, you know, see what they could do, learn from them. You guys gotta know how to learn from a 9-year-old girl. That was a good one. I'll watch like demos and whatnot on YouTube, and I feel kind of weird. I'm a 30-year-old man, and I like to hang out with 9-year-old girls and watch 15-year-old girls on YouTube tell me how to do stuff. But hey, I don't know why 30-year-old men aren't doing this. It's fun. So. All right, I got to practice the left, which is, I just don't have the same coordination, so it gets pretty sloppy, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah, so big issue there. My legs were not straight at all. Try that again. I don't even know what's happening. Honestly, when I finish making this video, I'm gonna be watching the playback probably 100 times to see what it actually looks like and compare it to what it's supposed to look like. But let's get one more of those. I think that was actually pretty good, but I don't know. Need that playback. Just because I want more practice, I'm gonna do probably one more, maybe 2 more on each side. I can go through these pretty quick. Not bad. Bruce Lee said, "Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong." So, you watch professionals who just nail this every time. You can't even imagine how many thousands and thousands of cartwheels and round-offs they've done. But I'm just getting started. Nice. My confidence is increasing. Not too shabby. All right, one more on the left, and then just for you guys, I'll move into some more stuff. But it's all right. It's all right. All right, so I don't always practice this because it's kind of sketchy, but I'm gonna see what I can do with my front handspring a little bit. I'm just gonna jump straight into it and see what happens. No expectations here. Nope, not even close. I've done it before, but I'm really trying to get a good technique, which includes straight legs. So I really need to practice more component parts. One thing I got, an idea I got off of YouTube is, what do they call it? They call it a handstand block. where they kick up into a handstand, but they kind of bounce off their hands once. And so I think the idea with that is that you're not really putting your weight all on your hands up front. You're just kind of floating and doing a little touchdown, but you're training yourself to actually stay weightless as you turn upside down and make hand contact with the ground. So let me try some of those. Tried them for the first time yesterday. So the idea is you kind of jump up and then you're really just floating and do a little tap and then into a handstand. I can't do it, but I'll try. So, ooh, maybe I can do it. Not bad at all. That's pretty good. Okay, I tried these for the first time yesterday, and it's fun. Like when I first did them yesterday, I was putting a lot of weight on my hands, and then after the session, as I'm thinking about how the session went, I'm kind of able to calculate the physics of what's supposed to happen and how it should feel, how it should look. And that's when I come back the next day and do it better. So that's exactly what's happening now. So as I just explained it to you, when I very first tried these yesterday, I didn't realize that yet, but now I realize going for a weightless contact. Okay. Not bad. Got to work on the balance of it, but so if you have that down, if you can make a weightless hand tap, then you just put some more power into it, and because your hand's not on the weights, you can easily kind of give yourself a little spring. And that's when it turns into an actual front hand spring instead of just a clump onto your hands and roll forward, which is the idea, or not the idea. Walking on your hands is actually pretty easy, but I want to be able to find the point of balance, which just takes time and practice. So the idea is, I guess, once I have this, you put a little more oomph into it so your legs keep going, and then instead of doing that tap into a handstand, you do like a spring. Keep yourself rotating, moving in the right direction. So I think I'll be putting a lot of effort into this handstand block, they call it, yeah. Feels good. I probably won't be doing any more front handsprings today. Sometimes I'll come back and just do some practice later in the day, but especially because I did 2 hours of strength training. My triceps, shoulders, it was an upper body day. They're pretty shot, so I just like to get in some simple practice for the most basic things that are going to give me the ability to do more in the long run, like this. That's fun. I kind of wonder what I look like. I feel like I'm not really blocking into an actual handstand, just a kind of at an angle. But hey, it is what it is for now. Okay, now that was nice. I'm going to try doing that real quick into and then falling into a bridge. There you go. Now, get that down 100 times. And that's all the basic components of a front handspring. So then your front handspring is super easy. I don't want to just muscle through and stomp onto my feet. I want it to be graceful and springy. I want to have the technique down. I want it to look professional. yeah, I feel really good about that. But definitely feel it in my spine and my abs, and I'm tired and hungry, so that's going to be my just kind of basic practice, post-session practice. I'll probably come back later in the day and do some more, but that's going to be it for right now. And catch me next year on the Olympic stage. I'll probably be the most jacked gymnast there, but anyway, that's what I do. Take care. Peace out.